Good afternoon. My name is Bill Kershaw, and I'm with the law firm of Kershaw, Cutter, and Ratanoff, and we represent scores of individuals who have had a Stryker Rejuvenate or ABG2 hip implant placed into their bodies. And many of our clients are asking, basically, what is it I need to know about this litigation overall? How does it work? And this is essentially what they call the litigation is called a mass tort. That is, many individuals have had this particular hip, which is a defective hip, and was recalled in June of 2012, placed into them, and they are individual cases. Every single person who has had one of these hips put in them has their own individual case. A mass tort is not a class action, and it is different than a class action in that each person has their own personal lawsuit, whereas in a class action you have several representative plaintiffs who, maybe 4 or 5 people who represent hundreds or even thousands of individuals with respect to the same thing that happened to them. But because in a class action the facts have to be the same for each person, in a mass tort where there are individual cases, each person is going to have individual medical issues that are different than other people, even though they've had the same device placed into them. So when this happens, and many cases are filed around the country, there is a legal mechanism where on the federal level, all the cases can be placed in one court, and there's a hearing to determine which court they should be put in. And in the case of Stryker Rejuvenate, these cases have been venued in Minneapolis, St. Paul, in front of the Honorable Judge Frank in the Federal District Court in that state. And typically the court, when you have hundreds, and in this case there's going to be thousands upon thousands of cases, because during the period from 2008 until the Stryker Rejuvenate or the ABG2 model, during that period of time, some close to 30,000 devices were implanted throughout the United States. And what the court will do is appoint a committee, an executive committee and lead counsel to manage the litigation. And this kind of litigation will generally take anywhere from 2 to 4 years, sometimes longer, but for a number of reasons. First, it's generally the case that the statute of limitations in these cases is throughout the different states is roughly 2 years. Some states vary anywhere from up to 4 years, and some are 1 year, but by and large it's 2 years. And during that period, cases may be filed around the country. Generally, it's the defendant's position that once the statute of limitations passes from the time of a recall, then no more cases should be filed. So that's not the case, because most of these cases and statutes involve either you knew you had a problem, or